Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima Nikaya number 57, the Kukkuravatika Sutta, which is translated as the dog duty ascetic. And in the Pali dictionary, translation of Kukkuravatika is that Kukkura means dog and Vatika means acting like, so acting like a dog. Now just a sort of bit of a preamble to this sutta is that there are two ascetics, one who believes that the way forward is to behave like a cow or an oxen, a herbivore, and the other one who believes the way forward is to behave like a dog or a carnivore. Now I assume the notion is that because of the simple ways of life, the dog and the oxen, that they eat and sleep and they don't have deep thoughts, and that following this simple life is a better way to a future, or a way to a better future existence. And I'd also note that during this sutta they talk about future lives, and all three seem to have in common the fact that it is accepted that there are future lives. So the location of the sutta is Kalyan country, in the Kalyan town called Habidavasana, and the people involved are Punna, who's the ox duty ascetic, and Senya, who's the naked dog duty ascetic, and Buddha. Now both Punna and Senya pay homage to Buddha, after which Senya sat down curled up like a dog. Punna, the ox duty ascetic, explains to Buddha that Senya is a naked dog ascetic, only eats food that is thrown to the ground, and he has long been like this. What, he asked Buddha, will be his future? Buddha requests that he is not asked the question, but Punna insists asking the same question 3 times over. So eventually Buddha responds, someone who develops the behavior of a dog fully and uninterruptedly will, upon dissolution of the body after death, reappear in the company of dogs. But, Buddha continues, if this person thinks that by taking up the actions of behavior of a dog, that by this observance of asceticism, that he will become a greater or lesser god, then that is a wrong view. And for one with wrong view, there are 2 destinations, hell or the animal realm. If his dog behavior succeeds, it will lead him to the company of dogs. If it fails, it will lead him to hell. When this was said, Senya, the dog ascetic, bursts into tears, and Buddha turns to Punna, the ox ascetic. This is why I should not have asked the question. But Senya replies, I am not crying because the Blessed One has said this about me, but because I, for a long time, have taken up and practiced the dog life. Senya continues, and then what about Punna, the ox ascetic, with his long practice? What will be his destination, his future course? Again, Buddha replies that he should not be asked that. Let it be. And again, Buddha is asked twice more the same question. So eventually Buddha, after protest, responds. And essentially the response is the same as given before. Someone who develops the ox's habit fully and uninterruptedly, its mind and its behavior, he will, on dissolution of the body after death, reappear in the company of oxen. But, Buddha continues, if he has such a view that by virtue or asceticism or observance of a holy life, I shall become a greater or a lesser god, then this is a wrong view. And there are 2 destinations for a person of wrong view, hell and the animal realm. So if his ox duty succeeds, it will lead to the company of oxen. If it fails, it will lead him to hell. On hearing this, Punna, the ox ascetic, bursts into tears, and this time Buddha admonishes Senya for insisting that he, Buddha, answer the question about the ox ascetic. But Punna, the ox ascetic, responds, I'm not crying because the Blessed One says that about me, but because I have long taken up and practiced this ox behaviour. Venerable Sir, I have confidence in the Blessed One. The Blessed One is capable of teaching the Dhamma in such a way that I can abandon this ox behaviour, and that Senya, the dog ascetic, can abandon the dog behaviour. So Buddha explains his Dhamma. There are 4 kinds of action or deeds proclaimed by me after realising them myself through direct knowledge. There is dark action with dark result. There is bright action with bright result. There is dark and bright action with dark and bright result. And there is action that is neither dark nor bright, with neither dark nor bright result. Action that leads to the destruction of action. And what, Punna, is dark action with dark result? Here someone generates an unwholesome bodily attitude, an unwholesome verbal attitude, and an unwholesome mental attitude. Such as killing, gossiping, ill will, wrong view, and so on. Having generated these attitudes, he will reappear in an unwholesome world. That's the hell realms or the animal realms. When he has reappeared in an unwholesome world, unwholesome contacts touch him. He feels unwholesome, exclusively painful, as in the case of beings in hell. A being's existence determines his rebirth. He reappears through his actions he has performed. This is the dark action with a dark result. And what, Punna, is a bright action with a bright result? This is where someone has wholesome attitudes, bodily, verbal and mental. He reappears in a wholesome world. When he has reappeared in a wholesome world, he feels wholesome feelings, exclusively pleasant, as in the case of the gods of effulgent glory. Thus, one reappears dependent upon one's actions. This is called bright action with a bright result. So although this sounds like a good result, it means this person is still subject to rebirth, and this is not really the Buddhist philosophy. So Buddha then states the case for dark and bright action, where a person has a mix of unwholesome and unwholesome attitudes. Thus afflicted, he has mingled pleasure and pain, as in the case of human beings and some gods and some beings in the lower world. Thus I say, beings are the heirs to their actions. And lastly, Buddha talks about action that is neither dark nor bright, with neither dark nor bright result. Action that leads to destruction of actions. That is, the person has become an arahant and is a non-returner and is liberated from the conditioned world. When this was said, Punna, the ox ascetic, heaps praise on Buddha and asks to be remembered as the lay follower of Buddha, who has now gone to Buddha for refuge for life. Senya, the dog ascetic, agrees that Buddha has made the Dhamma clear in many ways and states that he, Senya, goes to the Blessed One for refuge and to the Dhamma and the Sangha, that he would like to receive full admission. Buddha replies that as a person who has belonged to another sect, Senya must be on probation for 4 months. At the end of the 4 months, if the monks and the bhikkhus are satisfied with him, he will receive full admission. So in summary, Punna is remaining a lay follower and Senya is asking for to become a monk. Senya responds that he will live on probation for 4 months and he's happy to live on probation for 4 years. Over time, Senya becomes a complete convert and becomes an arahant through direct knowledge. And that's the end of Sutta MN57. Thanks for watching.